Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the LOCUS Golden Hour podcast. My name is Kristina.
And I'm Lina.
So, this podcast is about sharing stories, advice, tips, and all things surrounding university and student life. So, today we're here to talk about our favorite hidden gems on the Waterloo and the Brantford campus. So, Lina's on Waterloo and I'm on Brantford. So, there's a lot to share.
So to start us off, we always like to ask an icebreaker question, and our icebreaker question is related to our topic today. So, Kristina, what is your favorite secret hidden gem in the city?
It's hard to choose one because, as I've been in Brantford for 3 years, I'm discovering more places. But my favorite place is not like somewhere you can eat or like somewhere you can study. It's where you can just sit by the water because it's really nice and calming. It's called Mohawk Park. I'm not sure like what intersection it's nearby, but like it looks over like Grand River, I'm pretty sure. So like some people host birthday parties there. There's like gazebos, parks, water parks, but then there's a bunch of benches that are just by the water and it's just really calming and you just go and sit there. There's like really tall trees there too. So that's my favorite hidden gem. Yeah.
Nice. That seems really like calming or like a nice place to just chill. So that's really great. I think for me in Waterloo, this isn't really a hidden gem because lots of people know about it, but I feel like people still don't know about it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's still like not like mainstream popular yet. It's actually really close to like the university. It's on Hemlock is the street. It's called Blisto and it's edible cookie dough, everyone.
That
Edible
sounds
cookie
good.
dough, lots of different flavors. It's very small, like it's just I'd say it's a small business, a startup. They only have 2 locations in Guelph and Waterloo. Lots of different flavors. My favorite, I would recommend dark cafe mocha if you like coffee, the flavor. That one's good. I also really like salted caramel, but it's limited edition. It's not there right now. So
No, salted caramel's
sorry
so
everyone.
good.
Yeah. They have a lot of limited edition stuff. So like if you come like during like Halloween, they have like monster flavor, which is like a bunch of different things mixed together. They have pumpkin spice, so like it's very seasonal as well. And they also have ice cream, like cookie dough ice cream.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't even know, like they mix ice cream
that's
with the
cool.
cookie dough. So definitely check them out. Really cool place. And you can get points. You can get points that lead to like free cookie dough. Like
I
I
love
got,
point systems.
yeah, I bought enough and like the other day I went, I got a free jar of cookie dough. So
Wait, so is it like set up like an ice cream shop where they give you some, or is it like you buy like little tiny jars or something?
there are jars. So there's 2 different sizes. There's snack size and regular size. Regular size is $10, but it's a lot. Like I usually buy snack size and like it lasts me a long time. I don't know. Like
Oh,
I don't
okay.
eat it like every day or like I mean you can eat it in one sitting. Like no one's gonna judge you. But um yeah, usually like I'll buy like 2 snack size things and different flavors so that and then I just like snack on it whenever. So yeah.
Oh, okay. I need to go to Waterloo now and like just for that.
Yeah, definitely come and try that. I would recommend. But just in general, whether it be study spaces, food places, random places in the city, we are going to be talking about the hidden gems, the things that you need to know in Waterloo and Brantford today. So, Christina, I want to kick us off with, you know, let's talk about food places first, because everyone loves
Okay.
food.
Okay. First thing that comes to mind is a place called Lonnie's. It's right on campus. I'm pretty sure it's like right by Odeon. It's like on that same street. I went there when I toured campus when I was in grade 12. I was told after my residence tour, like, you have to go visit Lonnie's. Like, that's the place to go. So Lonnie's is a poutine place. There's like over 30 different kinds of poutine. The one I usually get is what's it called? Popcorn chicken. They have like
Ooh.
even have like bag of fries. You can just go in and get like a bag of fries for $3. They have those like I've never had it before, but they have like a bag of chips and then they open it and they just put like taco stuff in there
Oh,
and they
yes,
just
yes,
give you
yes.
the bag of chips. Yeah, they have
Yeah.
that. They have ice cream. They have desserts. They literally have everything, but it's mostly a poutine place with over 30 flavors. It's like the kind of poutine that makes you feel gross after, but that's why it's good. Like, I think a small size is probably like this big. For reference, for those listening, like two iPhones,
Two
like of a
iPhones.
square. And then there's one called like a party size, which is one of the big like styrofoam containers.
Oh,
So I can never finish even a small one by myself because it's like heavy poutine, but it's good.
yeah.
So that's right on campus. It's Laurier safe space. Um, so there's like a sign on the door that says that, and I don't think you can dine in right now, but definitely you have to go at least once if you're there. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's like, is that like a bucket list thing that you need to do before you graduate, kind of?
Try Lonnie's. It's like open until like 3 or 4 a.m. too on every night, I'm pretty
Ooh,
sure.
they
Yeah.
know.
If they know the university students got the munchies at like 1 a.m. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can check out Lonnie's. And it's really like close because it's on campus. So you can just walk. Yeah.
Wow. We love that. We love options. We love variety. We love
hmm
creativity. That
We
sounds
love it.
really, really great.
The place to go. Is there a favorite food place you have in Waterloo?
Favorite food place? In terms of, I don't know, I feel like I like anything. Like I feel like I'm not a very picky eater, and I think it depends on like what you want because in Waterloo there's a lot of different places. Like I feel like there's something for everyone kind of thing. There's a lot of Asian food places, I would say. And one that I've been to like several times and that like I feel like a lot of people know, it's called Goals Noodles. I think there's like a full name, but like everyone just calls it Goals. G O GOL, not like a goal in terms of like goals, you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, like it's a Chinese restaurant and they have noodles of all different kinds. It's the kind where like they make it in front of you. Like you see them making
Oh,
the noodles and they have different sizes. So like say you order like um noodles with like there's this like peanut dish, like it's like a dry dish, you know what I mean? Um you can choose the size. So there's literally like the thinnest size to like thick flat noodles like this big and
oh,
I'm showing it on screen, but for our listeners, it's like a size of like a small ruler. Like it's huge. I feel like
whoa,
those flat noodles, do you know what I mean?
wow.
So it can range from that to like the thinnest, like hair tie, like you know what I mean? So
hmm
they make their noodles in-house and the portions are huge. I cannot finish one like there's no like I think there's just a small or even there's like no like sizes, just like the regular. Um, I can't finish it. There's like the soup, like I literally could not, like I was like, it was like endless noodles, endless soup. Do you know what I mean? Where you're
Oh
like,
my
when does
gosh.
the bowl like end? You know? And I was like, what's going on? I have to bring this home.
So
So
like when you have like an extra large pho or something, like
yes, yes.
huge, it's like a bucket.
It's like it doesn't look big. You're like, okay, it's a regular, right? It's like I could finish it, but then you get it and you're like, wait a second, why isn't it ending? You're like, I'm full and like I'm like, what? And usually I could like finish like a small bowl of like pho by myself, like a real small, right? But this is not a small or a regular. This is like, I don't know, maybe they're generous
Damn.
with the food, you know, with the
Oh, I
portion.
like that.
And it's real, it's kind of like it's not cheap, but it's like you know, like how it's affordable, like you buy and you're like, this was $8 or like this was $7, you know what I mean? Like
Wow.
for this huge portion, like kind of like if you go to get pho, like it's like that, you know?
Oh,
So I would definitely recommend going there. Like their menu isn't huge, but like their classic ones, there's like this one noodle like soup dish, and then there's this like two like dry ones that I really like that I tried. Go there. And I think my friends who are like from like mainland China kind of thing, they said it was good. So if they approved
ooh.
it, hopefully like I trust them, you know. But yeah, it's fun. It's really good.
I'm getting really hungry now, and we're only like talking about the second food place.
Yeah. Yeah, we are talking about this at lunch hour, which is probably a bad thing on our part. But we definitely want you all to know these really great places.
Mhm.
Are there any honorable mentions or anything else in the food category that you want to talk about, Kristina?
Right on campus on Dalhousie or Dalhousie, however you pronounce the street. I've been told by Brantford locals that I'm wrong when I say Dalhousie. But there's not a lot of Asian cuisine in Brantford, but there is a place called Nine North, which is Thai and Viet food, and your one card works there. So if you have
Nice.
a meal plan, your one card will work there. The Works is also on that same street. It's like
We
right
have
by
one of
Harmony
those.
Square. Yeah,
Mhm.
the Works, your one card works there too. Um, there are two bubble tea places. One of them is called Moon Tea. It's like very trendy looking, and it's really cute in there. And they sell some other cute knickknacks like pencil cases and phone cases and stuff in there.
Mm.
But my favorite bubble tea place is also on Dalhousie, but it doesn't have a sign. There's no name of the place.
Oh, what?
And you only pay in cash. Like it's
Oh,
near
okay.
where Perfect Image and the Jamaican chicken places. Like these are the points of reference because I don't know what it's actually called. But they have like more like classic flavors there, and you have to only pay cash there. But that's the bubble tea place I like the best. Um,
Nice.
some other places that are like kind of far from campus. There's a place called Our Kitchen Brantford, which is on Roy Boulevard, but they have um like homemade like cheesecakes, like uh jerky, like everything you can imagine, like jam, sauces and stuff. Um it's like run by this group of women who like it's their home recipes and stuff. So that's kind of further out, but it's still in Brantford, but there's some good finds in there. I like to get the cheesecake there because I love cheesecake.
Oh, I love cheesecake
Yeah.
too. Oh, that sounds delicious. I mean, I'm gonna rapid fire a few Waterloo
Okay,
places for
go for it.
everyone. So Mel's Diner, classic if you go there for brunch, breakfast, great diner, cute, like themed too. You know, it's like themed, like there's a jukebox kind of thing. Beside there, there's Oniri. It's like a new Korean place, really good Korean food. I don't know if it's like to the standard. I don't know if people like native Koreans go there and like they don't like it. I don't know. But I think it's good. There's also like Enio's Pasta House. If you like pasta, that's a really nice place to like have dinner, if you know what I mean. Obviously, Wilf's on campus. We love Wilf's. It's a restaurant like literally in the heart of our campus. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. I also really like Poke Box. If you like poke, go there. And then in terms of like kind of chains, I always like to go to Lizzie's. Like that's like
Oh,
I love Lizzie's.
I love
So
Lizzie's.
that just hits like different sometimes. And then on campus in like the food court area, I like El Torito for like burritos and burrito bowls and stuff. Or like bento sushi if you're really craving sushi and you just need to like pick something up. But those are like kind of like rapid fire some places that you can definitely visit. But yeah, if you go in uptown Waterloo, there's a lot of like restaurants if that's more of your vibe, with different price points and stuff. So definitely like you can look into that, but I don't want to spend too much time because I know I can talk about food literally for a whole time. Actually, last thing, bubble tea. There's a bubble tea
Ooh.
place every single corner. You turn the corner, you're like bubble tea place. And then even in some plazas, there's like two bubble tea places beside each other. They're like neighbors. I'm like, bro, isn't this like competition for you? But anyways, Sweet Dreams, if you want like little knickknacks or like if you want to play board games. I don't know if they're open now because like COVID and stuff, but their bubble tea, not the best, but very good vibes. If I like Coco's and my favorite place in Waterloo is Now Tea. It's down Leicester. Great place, great study place too, if they're open to study. But that is all for food.
Ooh.
I will move on after this.
I love how there's so much more too that you could say.
I like everyone listening, we have a list, like a fat
Hmm.
list right here. But we don't want to make this episode too long and just about food. So just
Just the
putting
highlights.
it out there. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, in terms of things to do. So, maybe you're new to the city and you're like, I want to hang out with my friends. what can you go out and do with your friends, whether it be an activity, maybe it costs money, maybe it doesn't cost money. What are some things that we can do?
In Brantford, one of the places you can go to in the fall, like around this time when the episode comes out, is Brantwood Farms. So they have like that's where you can like the pumpkin patch, apple picking, stuff like that. But they also have like a, a fall event where there's like a corn maze. There's like this big trampoline thing that's really fun. Like little bike tricycle courses and like a haunted house thing that goes through a barn. So that's really nice. You can go around this time, I think. It's probably still a good time to go, but every year that's like kind of like a tradition to go to Brantwood Farms. Um, there's Crocodoodle, which is a funny name. It's a place where you can paint pottery. I actually used to work at one, but a different location. But Crocodoodle is a really cute place. Like you can host like birthday parties there too, where there's like ladies' nights and stuff. So painting pottery, you could go with a couple of your friends and they make like Laurier mugs or something. You can literally
Cute.
make anything. Um, so that those two things cost money because I mean you gotta like buy pumpkins or whatever. But in the winter time, since school is usually in the winter, you can skate on Harmony Square. So in the summertime, Harmony Square is like a splash pad, but then in the winter they make it ice and then it's just open to the public and then you can skate in the winter and then they usually have a Christmas tree up. Like it's good vibes. It's good like holiday winter Christmas vibes.
We love that.
Um, other than that, there's a mall, Linden Park Mall. There's a bunch of different stores there. Like my favorite place to go there is Winners or Bath and Body Works, but it's a cute little mall, not too busy, but there's enough there. Those are the things that come to mind for Brantford.
That sounds good. That sounds like a nice list. I mean, in terms of Waterloo, there's also like skating in the winter in I was like Waterloo Square. I was like trying to think of the name. Waterloo Square or like kind of like the main area in Uptown. In terms of things that like cost money, like cool things you can do, there's an escape room called KW Escape. And it's just kind of like a bus ride away, like by Conestoga Mall, which is another place you can go to if you want to go shopping, a mall. Um, Super fun and definitely a great activity. I think their escape rooms, like I've been to a few escape rooms. I think they're very well like played out. Like they're very like, damn, someone thought about this, like someone like really thought about this puzzle. But anyways, super fun. I also really like going to board game cafes. There's one on King Street, which is super close to the university called Crossroads. And then there's also one called Games on Tap, I think, something like along the lines of that. It's a bit further, like another street down, but yeah, you have the options of like those two popular ones. Um, in terms of like something really cool that I personally want to try that I never have, there's an axe throwing place that you can go to. So I'm sorry, I kind of forgot what the name was, but if you search up like Waterloo axe throwing place, I'm sure you'd be able to find it. Like that's how I found it. Um, so it's a place where you throw axes. Like I don't know what else to say. Yeah, and maybe if you're angry or maybe if you're not angry and you just want to throw axes, you can go there. And obviously those cost money, but in terms of like free things, you can go to Waterloo Park, play some spike ball, frisbee, hang out and talk. Or eat food there, have a picnic. There's also in the winter, there's something called the Wonders of Winter, Winter Wonderland, something like that. In Uptown or like in Waterloo Park, there's just like this like walkway and they put up lights and they all like are like in shapes. Like it's really pretty at night. You have to go at night when they turn it on and it's kind of like a light show kind of. It's
That's
really
cute.
cool. Yeah, and you can like walk around, walk with your friends, maybe your partner, whatever. And it's really funny because some of them are good. Like some of them look like, wow, that is a person skating. And then there are some of them that are like, is that a Pikachu? And like they really tried. I'm like, I commend your effort, but it's like kind of like a disfigured Pikachu. Like I
Is
literally have
that
a picture.
Pikachu? Is that
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse? Donald Duck? Like,
What Pokemon is that? Like,
who's that Pokemon?
yeah, like basically it's funny. So go with your friends, you'll have a fun time. Yeah, so that's kind of like some free things you can do. And there's a lot of like festival or event things that happen like in Waterloo Square and like uptown. Like you kind of just have to like look them up kind of thing. There's always free events happening. So I would say like definitely go there, or you can also go to the St. Jacob's Farmers Market. That's a bit more of a trek. But if you like farmers markets and you want to buy like those kinds of foods and stuff, like you can definitely go there. And that's always a fun thing to do with friends.
Oh, there's so much to do in Waterloo.
Yeah.
There's a couple like festivals and things in Brantford as well. Like the one I remember the most was the Santa Claus parade. In first year, I lived in Expo, so I watched it from my Don's apartment window. It goes right down Dalhousie, Dalhousie, still don't know how to pronounce it. And there's a bunch of floats, and you can go and like actually like stand on the side of the road because they close the road completely. You can go stand and there's like some people walking around selling light sticks or whatever, but I watched it from the window because I want it to be warm. But you
That's
can
kind of
go
a vibe
down.
though.
Yeah.
Watching from your
Y-
window.
It was like a good view too. But yeah, there's that. It happens around like early December, I'm pretty sure. So take a break from like end of term stuff and just watch the Santa Claus parade. There's also a jazz festival apparently. I'm not really sure too much about what it is, but I think I've heard something about it, but that exists. Happens in Brantford, so that's something you can check out.
Christina,
Um, yeah.
you like jazz?
I just Barry B. Benson just popped up in my head. The image of him like leaning on the counter. You like jazz?
You like
I do
jazz?
like jazz.
I
I
like
do like
jazz
jazz.
too. Okay.
So yeah, jazz festival. If you like jazz, uh, so many other places. But when in doubt, if you don't want to spend money, go just to Grand River, sit by the water. That's always a nice time. Yeah.
That sounds really good. I mean, I think as students, like there's a lot of things you can do for free without, spending any money, like with your friends. Like I feel like if you just walk around, you'll find like something to do or like some place. And we just gave you the highlights. Honestly, this could be a very long episode. Like we're missing some of them. If we're missing any, please comment down. Like please like let other people know because we want to share the knowledge wealth. But yeah, this is just like kind of like things that come to our mind for this podcast, and we wanted to keep it short. So feel free to share any that we are missing.
For sure. Is there anything else in Brantford or Waterloo worth noting?
I think those were the main points. I don't know, do you have any last like one last thing we want to wrap it up with?
Hmm. Taking a look at the list here, some places I like, well, I like plants. So if you like plants, other than going to like home, which one? There's Lowe's in Brantford. Other than going to Lowe's, there's a place called Nichols Florist, or it's Nicole's Florist. I don't know how it's pronounced, but
Mhm.
um, apparently you can take bus route number 9 because otherwise I'm not trying to get there because I have friends that drive. Um, but that's where I got most of my plants. My roommates and I have this big yucca tree. His name is Esteban. We got him from there.
Esteban!
I got snake plants from there, string of dolphins plants. Like all of my plants are from there. It's has like the best selection and it's better prices than a place like Terra Gardens. Better prices and it's good. Yeah, so if you like plants, that's somewhere to go. Um, and then in terms of food, I'm pretty sure it's on King George Road. That might be the wrong road, but I think it's along there where there's like tons of food places. There's Sociable, which is a really good restaurant. It's like cute, trendy. There's vegan options and stuff. I've gone there before. It's really nice. So there's Sociable, there's a Taco Bell there, Arby's, McDonald's, Swiss Chalet, Red Lobster. Literally any food place you can think of, it is down that road. Even if you're like, I have not heard about that since I saw a commercial in 2009, it's there. There's a lot of like food places, like chain ones. So
That's so
yeah.
specific, Christina. I haven't seen a commercial for that since 2009. That's very specific, but I actually know what you're talking about. I think that's why it's really funny.
You know those Arby's commercials with that floating hat?
Yes, yes.
I remember I saw the Arby's. I was like, whoa, I have not seen an Arby's since that commercial where it's like as in a square TV, you know?
I didn't know that Arby's still existed because I don't think I have any more in my hometown. So like I literally have not seen an Arby's since I don't know when.
I thought it didn't exist either, but there's one in Brantford. So if you had the odd craving of Arby's, it's there.
People travel to Brantford to just go to Arby's.
Yeah, just for Arby's.
Just for Arby's. Oh, that sounds good. I guess my last minute additions are Bao Sandwich Bar. It's actually a hidden gem because it's actually hidden. Like the
Oh,
place, like you're like on the map. I like went with my friend like the other day, and I'm on the map, and it's like you're here, and I'm like, where? I'm like, we're like in the middle of nowhere, like by these apartments, but it's like on like the right side in like a little corner, and like on Google Maps I feel like they don't register that, and it's literally down this little like not alleyway, but like it's kind of like not underground, but you have to like go down these stairs and it's kind of weird, but it's like kind of small, but it's like yeah, it's very like a trendy bao place, or you can get banh mi, like Vietnamese sub sandwiches, or yeah, so like that place like is kind of popular, and but it is hidden, like I couldn't find it kind of thing. And then this is like a board game like knick-knack place. It's called Jnj Collectibles. If you like board games, like maybe you want to get a gift for a person, you want like dice if you play D&D, like this place is like a magical wonderland. Like you walk in and you're like board games, you know?
I love
And
that.
like the employees like you can ask them like for suggestions, like they're like they're very knowledgeable. Like if you're like, I like 2-player games like this, like what do you recommend? Like they know it. And it's literally it's from top to like the top, no sorry, not top. From the bottom like to the floor to like the ceiling, there are board games or like card
Whoa.
games. So if you like it, I feel like you'll walk in, you'll be like, wow. It's like a toy store for like you know, like a little kid, right? Like it's
Mhm.
just really, really amazing if you like board games. So that's
That's
one of my
magical.
hidden gems. Yeah. I remember walking in, then I was like, whoa. And I was looking for dice.
Yeah.
And I found so many different beautiful dice packs. So that was
Ooh.
always fun.
You'll go for
Um,
one thing and then leave with like 10 board games.
Seriously, I ended up buying 3 dice pack things, like 3 of them, and I was like, I'm just gonna get one. And then I walked out. I was like, oh, but this color looks nice. I was like, well, I'm gonna need more than one, right? I can't just have one. Like I'm not allowed. I need more, right, Lina? I justified my purchase, I guess, but
Well,
yeah.
that's how you know it's a good place because there's more options other than like if you're like, oh, but I don't really like either, but I have to get one. But it's better when there's like more that you like, more
That is
options.
true. That is
Yeah.
very true. Well, we hope that you enjoyed this episode. We rapid fired through all of these places. Again, if you have anything that we missed, because obviously we are just 2 people and we don't know everything, please comment them down below. You know, send us a DM on our Instagram at Locus Laurier, or leave us like a little message on our podcast platforms. But we'd love to hear from you. But that was everything. We hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow our podcast. And until next time, stay golden. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.